better watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me, and he gets claws real big, pissed off quick, and if you cross him you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the score, never getting bored, loves the blood and gore, always wanting more, feeding from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness, torn apart quick, you left scars ripped, you'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Adrenaline pressure, it's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can harness, believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Alright, we all know the last song, and we'll get started after that.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
Yeah.
baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life.
Oh, here we go. I got a bunch. I don't know why. Hold on. Let me mute the alerts. Because I ended up with a bunch of alerts that a bunch of people who re-upped. Like, a bunch. I don't even know who we're at right now. Okay, hold on. We're at Ryan and... Oh, God. We got two more. So, okay, I can cut the alerts back on. I don't know why it's doing that every stream. It's crazy. Alright, so how's everybody doing tonight? Are we doing good? We doing good? Yes, no, maybe, sort of, kind of. How are we doing tonight? Is my chat messing up? We vibing. How are you? I'm good, except for I'm exposing somebody. Oh, be quiet. I'm exposing someone for making me cry. Right before this live stream. Okay? This old bastard made me cry. And I don't appreciate it. Alright? Touched me right in the heart that I am not supposed to have. Okay? I am supposed to be... You know what? This is what I'm supposed to be. Hold on. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm supposed to be. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Actually, no. Let me not go there. Let me go here. Alright? This is what I'm supposed to be. Hold on. Because I'm the Wicked Witch of the commentary community. I'm not supposed to have a heart, right? I'm not supposed to have a heart. But this old bastard gonna make me cry. And I don't appreciate it. Who you gonna fuck up? I'm gonna show you right now who you gonna fuck up. You gonna fuck up this old man right here. Peepaw River. That's who you gonna fuck up. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Alright? Is his name Core Master Frog Chair? It should be. But you know what? We're gonna spare Core Master today. Alright? We're gonna spare Core Master today. Alright? Today is Peepaw Riveter. No, we ain't doing no congrats yet. I ain't told the story yet, Reese. Hold on. Anyway. So, the insomniacs that we are, Ruin Leon and I, decided at 4 in the morning we couldn't sleep. So we decided to jump on a live stream. And I did my thumbnail for tonight. I did some merch, which, by the way, if y'all want to see the merch designs, I'll show you those before we get started. Anyway, I was doing merch designs. Jaded Take even came up there. Kim Ruddy for 50, spreading love, blessings to you. Oh my God, 07's in the chat for Kim. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hell yeah, 07's kitty salutes in the chat, definitely. So, we couldn't sleep. And we stayed up, and then we started doing tier lists, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then 7:30 came, we directed everybody over to Peepaw. And then me and Leon joined. And then Drew is sharing joined. And I love me some Drew is sharing. Drew is one of those kind of guys that by YouTube standards, he's got a lot, right? His story is amazing. He's literally one of those guys that started from nothing and look at him now. And he saw how close Peepaw was to 1,000. And he went to his Discord. He started up a IG Live to get Peepaw over 1,000. Literally. So now Peepaw's over 1,000. Now his head's going to start getting big. Watch. His head going to start getting big. That's okay, though. That's okay. He deserves it. He deserves it. So, I was scrolling through Twitter because I didn't wake up until 6:30 tonight because I didn't get to bed till like 11. And I see this post by Peepaw. And I'm going to tell you what. This old bastard made me cry. And I'm not going to cry listening to it a second time. The first time made me cry. Alright? So this is what Peepaw had to say.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. It is Peepaw.
Heart. Thank you. You know, when I started on this journey, back, you know, several months.
You hear him sniffling?
Ago, something like that. I started making content.
He almost cried on the live stream. And I had to tell him, Peepaw, if you cry, I'm going to cry. And if I end up crying, we're going to be a bunch of old folks up here crying, and it's not going to look good. Okay? Don't cry, Peepaw, because if you cry, I'm going to cry with you.
Content stuff again. I had people like Dead on Dave. And Nixie. And Fake. Nerdy John. Banana. That kept telling me and believed in me when I I just didn't have the faith in myself to do this.
Hold on, let's see if we can put him 1.5.
But I took a risk, and so I'll give it one more.
Now, you know Peepaw's an old Southern man. When I have this at 1.5 and he sounds like he's normally talking, let's be honest. Okay.
More shot. And start making content. And it's not the best content. It's not, high energy. It's not high production. But it's me. And I'm pretty just transparent about everything. I make mistakes. I misstep over.
Is it quiet? Okay, hold on. Oh, wait. Let's see when I turn the volume all the way up what that would be.
Step bounds where I probably
Is
shouldn't.
that better?
But you guys came along, and you stayed with me. And today, all through this journey, I've had different people that have,
My bad. I had the volume down. My bad. I apologize.
shouted me out, and
I'm all like sentimental as shit because of this. I told him under the tweet, I'm going to expose you. Look at this. I told him under the tweet. Hold on, where did I put it? Is it up there yet? He's got 5,000 cries. I said, I'm exposing you for making me cry, damn it. How dare you? Congrats. Shit. Where were we at? We're like
today,
here.
Drew is sharing. A dude just has a heart of gold. Pushed me over that little hump, and I will forever be thankful to all of you, to people who come in and.
Real quick, the way Drew is sharing is, he's got all this success and he gets to travel the world and do what he does. Drew, he doesn't care about how many subs you got. If you're cool, you're cool. And he talks to you the same. And he wants everybody to eat. He understands on this platform, everybody can eat. And he wants everybody to eat. And that's one thing I appreciate about Drew. Drew is an amazing dude.
Have joined me on my morning streams on a regular basis to help make content. Xylie Gets Real. Ruin Leon. Drew is sharing. Even some of my new co-hosts join me every morning sometimes. Seth, GG's Hearts. And my buddy Drew, my buddy D-Max. I know I gush and I know that I simp over D-Max or whatever, but D-Max and I have been friends for very, very long. He's probably my longest YouTube whatever friend. We've known each other and been friends 2016. And, he took a break. He stepped away, but he's back now. And, being able to make content with D-Max has been a highlight of mine. And like I said, it all started back with Dead on Dave and Nixie and those guys, and without them there would not be me here where I'm at now. Thank you. To the SFTP crowd, Tommy C, God, showing me that, an old dude can still do it,
As being part of the old person's club in this goddamn community, okay? Matter of fact, I'm in the middle because Tommy's younger than me, but Peepaw's older than me, all right? So as a member of the old person's club in this fucking community, okay, it's good to see. It's very good to see. I'm happy. I'm very happy with it.
He's not as old as me, but he still gets in there and he does, and he hits the grind and he makes the content. And maybe one of these days I can be as funny and entertaining as him. I don't know. I don't do the whole yelling and stuff or whatever, but
ain't nothing wrong with yelling.
But just thank you to everybody, and I'm sure that I'm leaving somebody out, and I don't mean to. Honestly and truthfully, I don't mean to leave anybody out, and that's the problem with these type of things, right? But I just want everybody, from the very beginning to the ones who just joined me today. Thank you. It means the world to me, and I look forward to many, many, many years of making content and having lots of laughs with all of you guys. Instead of my traditional saying, I got these words of wisdom for you today. We may not like the cards that we're dealt, but always remember we can control who we sit at the table with.
Amen. True.
And the people that
Don't cry.
the people that I have been blessed to be able to sit at the table with, that I've learned from, have meant the world to me. The Willie Macks, the Nick DiOrios, the Bo Blackses, these guys that have shared, bits of wisdom and recommendations and stuff. These guys that, thank you. Thank you.
Oh man, that made my ass cry. How dare he? Just saying. Alright, so somebody was asking about Drew is sharing. That is his YouTube right here. Do a mid-ad roll. I ain't Twitch. The hell? Alright, so that's Drew is sharing. If you don't know who Peepaw is, look at him at 1.03. I know that's right. That is Peepaw's channel. And it literally, okay, if you have not watched his content, alright? Peepaw talks about, normally talks about commentary, community stuff, but he always starts off with something funny, normally. And basically, it's like if you were sitting on the front porch with your grandfather. And he's got a cup of coffee, literally. He's got a cup of coffee, and he's telling you about what's going on in town. That is Peepaw's content. In a nutshell. So, if you are not subscribed to either one of those, subscribe to Peepaw and Drew. Drew is an amazing guy. Alright, let's see. Alright, so I love that shit. Consider me subscribed. Hell yeah. Yeah, Peepaw is a good dude. I'm gonna be honest. I'm usually like the devil on his shoulder, telling him, Peepaw, stop being so goddamn nice, because sometimes I feel like Peepaw is a really nice man. He is. And sometimes I feel like he's nice to people who don't deserve it. So I'm like the devil on the shoulder going, what the fuck you doing, Peepaw? They don't deserve your kindness. So, okay, let's see, what else? Yeah, so, we're gonna do the Brittany video. Now, the Brittany video I'm doing is the one from 2 weeks ago where she talks about, Rollo. The godfather of the red pill, who basically got shown up by Destiny and Sneeko. Remember that 1W I gave Sneeko? It was because of this guy. If you went back and watched my Sneeko W stream. What's up, Jaded? You don't want people to take advantage of him. Yes, I do not want people to take advantage of him. That's the whole issue. But they're going to watch this video. It's called The Cult Leader of the Red Pill, and this dude is out of his mind. I have not watched this video yet. Brittany, it seems like to me, Brittany is going through these red pill people, like she's just knocking them out. Bam, bam, bam. And it's amazing, so we're going to watch this, and I might end up doing the other video at a later time, but I know we're going to watch this one tonight, so. Put a 1 in the chat if you are ready. I don't think I'm going through the troll right now. This is the other video, I believe, that I'm doing. Alright.
Lauren Southern.
Oh god, this is low. Hold on. No. Oh, that might help. Jesus Christ. Alright, I'll adjust it from there. Man.
Lila Rose, Erudite. Yeah, Erudite's another one. Brittany Venti. Oh man, I got some things to say about Brittany. They are all gynocentrists who only care for what's best for women. Of course they are. They are all feminists. Every one of those girls that you mentioned are feminists.
I wouldn't put Brittany as a feminist. I'm gonna be honest. Man, it used to be a term. Yeah, Chelsea.
Being called a feminist by the red pill manosphere sect of the internet, like Rollo Tomassi, is like being called a racist on Twitter. The word has really lost its power. But according to Rollo Tomassi, or should I say...
She's not wrong, because the way they use feminist over there, they might as well say some really bad slurs. Because to them, feminist is a slur. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, yeah, I got to speed her up, too. Hold on. I'll put her 1.25. And we'll cut those on. No, wait, hold on. We'll cut these on. All right.
George, not only am I a feminist, but also a Christian.
They are conservatives, and we're good Orthodox Catholics, and we're good Bible worship, Bible reading Christians, and we go to Bible study.
Oh, Brittany.
I'm not a Christian, but it goes to show how much research he does on the people he so confidently speaks on. Rollo, or George, confidently accusing people of labels really confirms that everyone I don't like is a feminist is the new everyone I don't like is a racist. It's not meant to be taken seriously, and especially not from a discount Tom Likas.
Do you think that marriage is any good for women either? Statistics show that when the divorce happens, it's not particularly good for them.
Women have a lot more to gain from divorce. 90% of the custody goes to women, child custody. If you want to be with your kids, guess who?
Oh my god, that's that manosphere talk. That's, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Dear God, I don't know if I'm in the mood for this tonight. K-Hawk, I thought you were going live. I thought you were going to be live at 8. What are you doing in here? Aren't you live? Anyone remember Rollo chocolates? Yes.
Who's getting the kid? Not the guys, not you. Bottom line. And then guys are going to be paying that child support. And what is alimony? And why? Or now they changed the name of it to spousal support. Why are we paying that? What for what?
There's no real accountability, particularly when it's like no fault divorce. And of course, it's always in the woman's favor, especially if she has kids, there's child support, there's alimony.
But you don't have to take my word for it, because George himself lists Tom Likas as his inspiration for his ideology on women and dating.
Really?
I'm going to be honest, it's kind of like religion. One religion takes it from another, takes it from another, takes it from another, and now we have Sky Daddy. You know?
Back in 2001, I started listening to a terrestrial radio show host named Tom Likas, who I really liked at the time, and friends and wives
And George's inspiration, Tom Likas, self-describes as a feminist, because it helps them get laid without having to commit or have children. I'm a hardcore feminist. This is why I never buy dinner for women, help pay their bills, or help raise their children from other guys. Women are equal. Looking forward to the next gal.
Notice he says they're bastard children.
Who will be paying for dinner. I love equality. God, he's such a dusty. It's kind of
He's a piece of shit. I know you can't say that because you're in a video, but still, he's a piece of shit.
ironic though, isn't it? George has cultivated an internet following on the part of the internet where he is self-proclaimed to be the father of. This internet ghetto is referred to as the red pill manosphere.
I am not red pill adjacent. I am in the red. I am the father of the red pill.
You call yourself the godfather of the red pill.
You call myself the godfather of the manosphere, okay? Other people have called me that.
Okay, great. That's very...
One thing I love about Brittany's videos is she will use your words against you, and that's exactly what just happened. He said he was the red pill. He said he was the father of the red pill. Then he tells them, I'm the godfather of the manosphere. Other people call me that. On the red pill. You know why they're trying to turn away from calling it red pill? Because the Tates denounced red pill. It's all a scam. It's all a scam. All that manosphere red pill shit is a scam. And they're giving false hope to a bunch of dudes that, quite honestly, they're having, oh God, not egotistical problems. They're having, they're very self-conscious. They're down on themselves. You know?
Do you understand?
Okay.
Insecurity. Thank you, Bob Smith. Yes. They feed off of the insecurities of men. They literally are a scam. That whole section over there, it's a scam. All of it.
From those evil women, and is literally saving their lives.
And so when we see that happen and we see guys are like, yeah, oh man, women are really fucked up. And when we look at that, that's sensational. What we don't look at is the success stories where guys go, you know what? I was going to kill myself. And now I decided not to because now I have accurate information because I'm red pill aware right now.
They're not getting accurate information at all. Y'all literally feed them with one-sided statistics. You feed them bullshit. You tell them they need to go sleep with 50 women before they settle down. That way they know what a hoe is, which you shouldn't have to sleep with 50 women before you know what a hoe is. Just saying. Y'all over there preaching that the younger the woman is, the better she is for you. That way you can train her for her to be the best wife. Women are in their 30s. They're not good because their eggs are dried up. You need to get a woman before she's like, by the time she's 24. All that shit. Chelsea says it's sad because dudes do have their own societal issues that really do need to be addressed, but the red pill movement ain't the way. Exactly. They do have their own societal issues. They do. Like, the number one thing for me is men's mental health, okay? Men's mental health has been ignored since the dawn of time, okay? Men's mental health has been greatly ignored. When a guy is down, what do we tell the guy? Suck it up. Get over it. Don't cry. You know? And these red pill dudes, they take that concept and then they add in a fuckload of bullshit. This is the way you gotta be. You gotta control your woman. Man up is another one. Yeah, exactly. It's gross. They literally are they're bottom feeders of the insecurities of men, and it's gross.
The red pill manosphere is infamous for their bad takes on women in dating, such as modern life dating or MLD's take on how you should endure physical harm from
fucking MLD can suck a dick. MLD is horrible.
From your spouse.
If there's someone that's very, very young and goes into a marriage and has kids when they're like 18, 19, 20, a year into the relationship, it gets really, really abusive. Sure. If it would happen, what would you recommend for those people? Would they divorce, or do you want them to keep going in the relationship?
Keep going. You can't divorce. That's not a real thing.
Even though it might...
What do you mean divorce? That other dude pissed me off too.
Be like physically abusive?
Because you gotta endure.
Okay, endure.
And of course, this is somebody that...
But it's funny, when Milena, which that was Destiny's wife if you didn't know, Milena turned around and said, okay, so he said you got to endure the physical abuse. Then when Milena turned around and said, well, what happens if she cheats on you? Divorce. But then again, that's the same manosphere that women cheat, men just sleep around. That's how they are.
That George is friends with.
But I know that they've been trying to, like, they've been coming for everybody recently. They've been going after MLD is easy. He's too easy. Like, I love John, but he's easy to get.
Not only is George a Tom Leykis wannabe, but even in the said red pill community he claims to have cultivated, he's known as a wannabe cool kid.
What do you think the beef that Rollo has with Tate?
Earlier on, before Tate was huge, Rollo and Tate were doing some podcasts together. Yeah. And once Tate didn't rock up, he's a busy guy, Rollo was so upset and so emotional. What I saw in Rollo was the geeky kid who was allowed to hang out with the cool kids, but then the cool kid snubbed him. Rollo was so upset. That's what you see right there. You see a geeky kid who's cool now.
He is geeky as hell. He's geeky as hell. Because if you sit there and you watch the exchange between Destiny and Sneeko versus Rollo, it was sad. It was really, really sad. He is a geeky dude. You can tell he didn't get a lot of girls growing up.
But of course, Tate's cooler. All these people who are looking at him as the godfather of Red Pill, if that is your role model, someone who's acting in a feminine frame, who's basically a geeky nobody, who's written a book and talks a lot, that's an individual without any sort of stoicism, without any masculine values.
George will take
I hate that fucking term, masculine values. I hate it. It's a trap.
Every opportunity he can to humble brag, usually by name dropping or saying that other people are name dropping him.
Adam's known who I am for a long time. People have dropped my name on his show several times. I know that Ethan Klein knows who I am, clearly knows who I am. I know a lot of people who, like the guys in the guys on Flagrant 2. They know my name as well.
His self-importance comes from other people validating him, and it shows.
I think what's interesting is, like, whenever I get interviewed and people try to pretend like they know what they're talking about me, and they'll go, "You're the author of The Rational Male, right?" Yeah, all 5 books.
This is why you watch who you hype up, because they end up like this. Seriously. Watch who you hype up. Just don't go around hyping up just anybody, because they end up like this. Literally. They literally end up like this. They end up big-headed and thinking they're more important than what they actually are.
At least do me the courtesy and say, you know what? We know that you have 5 books.
Don't you know I created the red pill? How do you not know who I am?
I've been doing this for 20 freaking years. But people don't, they'll quote me, or they'll use terminology that they've heard from my book or something I said at some point that somebody else, third party might have said, but they don't realize where it came from. And the reason for that is because I don't sell prescriptions. If I was like Tony Robbins and said, "Hey guys, let's all, feel better about ourselves and put ourselves first," that sells tickets to, sell out arenas.
Why do you not know who I am? I should be famous.
Exactly. That's exactly how he acts. Brittany is 1,000% correct. That is exactly how he acts. He acts like he's more fucking important. Oh God. Ow, sorry. He acts like he's more fucking important than what he actually is. He's an absolute piece of shit. Piece of shit.
I'm the OG. Me.
That's out of my 4th book, which nobody seems to want to read. Right?
Well, why are people buying my books even though I leave it under the reply of every tweet? Wah! He's really upset about not being popular like those other red pill guys who do sensationalist stuff unlike him. He wants to be famous for creating a community that uses woke feminist tactics like censorship. For example, Fresh and Fit copy striking ABBA and Preach, or Just Pearly Things copy striking Sarah Garvey. Or how George says that he will nuke your platform if you invite someone on that he personally does not like.
And he can't nuke shit. He can't nuke shit. Oh God, I don't even know who to compare him to. Like, this dude is... His self-importance is ridiculous. Joe Mega for $4.99. We are entering a new era where old men will have Vietnam flashbacks of getting destroyed in internet drama. Yes, Joe Mega. Thank you for the $4.99.
You spring somebody on me, expect me to say words on your show that will get you banned from YouTube. I'll tell you that right now. Expect me to say that. Expect me to start talking about the Germans?
Instead of having an absolute melty, why don't you just leave? George is like 50 years old, threatening to have a melty. He's essentially threatening to take your income away and go off the rails because
he's a piece of shit. All those red pill people, and this is another thing about the red pill manosphere guys, they're all cancel culture. They're all cancel culture. The cancel culture is just not a left-wing ideology. It is not, okay? They are cancel culture also. They are just as bad as the people they preach against. It's literally two ends of the spectrum that act exactly the same. They are highly cancel culture over there. They do it because they just don't like you. The others do it, most of them on the other side do it because they don't like something that you did, like say you were being racist or homophobic or whatever. These guys do it because, oh, you have somebody on that I don't like, so I'm going to get your shit taken down. Yeah, same bird, different wings, period.
you made him look bad. Personally, I would think twice before having him on a show and risking my livelihood. This internet ghetto is also renowned for expressing their disdain for the other gender and not being wanted by them. It's kind of like when woke feminists say that if you don't date them, you're XYZ phobic, even if you personally just find them unattractive. Or in the Red Pill Manosphere's case, it's women having too high standards and not wanting to endure their personalities.
Endure.
Oh, you wouldn't want to be with someone like that? I'm shocked. The Manosphere gives young boys and men dating advice, sometimes under the guise of self-improvement, and usually it's something about how to attract women.
It's all bullshit. All they want is the donations. If you notice, a lot of the Manosphere guys, they go live. They go live and not necessarily do videos. They go live. It's a faster income. It's a faster income. You should see the donations that Fresh and Fit get. You should see the donations that, oh God, the other dude they were just talking about. Oh God, what's his name? The one that said Endure, the Endure guy. You see the donations he get. The whatever podcast, you should see the donations they get. It's all a grift. Imagine being so weak that when you get mad on a podcast or whatever, you have to scream slurs to get the other person banned. Yeah, it's very spineless. Yeah, MLD. That's what I'm talking about in Nuclear Winter. Yes, MLD is they're all scammers. It's all a scam. But you don't see it as a scam. Like the people who fall for it don't see it as a scam because they're not trying to they're trying to sell you something, but they're not trying to sell you something. They're trying to sell you I can't think today. Like my ADHD is going crazy. They're trying to sell you like false encouragement under false pretenses with false truths. You know?
Show of hands if you're single. Okay. Oh. Now, show of hands if you want to do the Myron approach and have multiple wives. Okay. Now,
motherfuckers who can't get one girl want to have multiple.
The absolute degeneracy and high standards that they claim to hate about feminism is absolutely rampant in these parts. And worst of all, the Red Pill Manosphere has co-opted my favorite movie, The Matrix. Which is why criticizing them is met with their response of, everyone I don't like is part of the Matrix. Even if you're very vocal on opposing woke ideology, they don't really care. It's very much a us versus them mentality. You're either with them or you're against them.
Yes. And if you're against them, they play dirty.
That's the problem. You want to fight against the Matrix? Don't look at this guy. Look at the Hollywood moguls who are telling you.
Okay, listen, I don't have a problem with dudes having long hair, but his shit looks raggedy. He needs to cut it. It does not look good. It is not pleasing on him. He needs to cut that shit. You are not in your 20s anymore. Okay. Now, some old men, they can rock the long hair because they got full, luscious hair with like curls. I mean, they can rock it. Rollo, however, cannot rock this long hair. It does not look good. It makes him look, okay. All right. I'll give you an example. Did y'all watch, what was the name of that show with the dragons on HBO? What was the name of that show? Not House of Dragons, but the one before that. What was the name of it? Oh my God. Game of Thrones. Yes, thank you. Doesn't he look like one of the Skinwalker generals? The one that was on top of the horse? That he was like all skeletal and like skin, and the back part he had the long hair? He looks like one of the Skinwalker, not Skinwalkers, what are they called? Ice Walkers or whatever. He looks like the general that was sitting on top of that half-dead horse. Am I wrong? Not a Skinwalker. What a Skinwalker? It was Nightwalkers. There you go. He looks like the Nightwalker general that was sitting on the horse. Whatever the fuck they were called. You know what I'm talking about if you've seen the goddamn show, okay? Let's not go into semantics. I watched a thing about the other day. I'm literally rewatching it right now. I know I need to rewatch it too. Oh no. I bet you he's got a cool mullet underneath that beanie. I bet you he has hardly any hair underneath that beanie. I bet you he has hardly any hair.
That Margot Robbie should be Barbie.
In this video, George talks about Margot Robbie being casted as Barbie and how she is too old to play Barbie. And how her being 32 years old in the film as opposed to 25 is literally the same thing as race swapping a character.
If you had a problem with miscasting of, let's see, a black woman as what, Marie Antoinette. I'm trying to think of some other, like, where we're doing like sort of like either gender swaps or we're doing like racial swaps. If you have a problem with that, you should have a problem with Margot Robbie as well.
And if you don't view her being...
He can't even say her name right.
32 as opposed to 25 as literally being the same as a race swap, well, then you're kicked out of the club.
Because I got all these guys who were formerly red pill, now suddenly they're playing sneaky fucker game. The same game that they criticize other male feminists. You're basically a male feminist right now, guys. How dare you? You're a disgrace to the manosphere. You're a disgrace to the
He's an anti-SJW, SJW, literally.
Give me their badge. Turn in your man card.
The redheaded libertarian ran a poll on if 25-year-old Margot Robbie is hotter or 33-year-old Margot Robbie is hotter. So I did an identical poll, except for one thing. I switched the photos, and it turns out that people can't tell the difference. Out of over 4,000 votes, 67.5% of voters voted for 25-year-old Margot Robbie, which was actually 33-year-old Margot Robbie. Redheaded Libertarians poll, which had 11,000 votes, had almost identical results to my poll, where 66.9% of voters voted that 33-year-old Margot Robbie was hotter. In both instances, they voted 33-year-old Margot Robbie as more attractive. But I guess they're all feminists too, right? This whole situation reminds...
That is so dumb. It's so god. These guys, they literally talk of their ass, and I feel sorry for the people who fall for their shit. And then when women fall for their shit on top of that, it's like, oh, girl, what are you doing? Like, why? Why are you falling for this shit? Do you not understand they hate you? They literally hate you.
Reminds me of that one subreddit where people post photos of themselves to be rated on how attractive they are, and when beautiful women are posted, the Redditors have to humble them. You could be a fallen angel and they'll be like, 4 out of 10. And the moderators of this subreddit will literally ban people for giving too high of a rating. You gave an attractive girl a 7 out of 10? You better watch your step, bud. They're trying to humble these women because by doing that, they personally don't have to self-improve to get to the woman's level. They can instead bring her down to their own level. And that same sentiment is what I get from the manosphere as well. If I were a Red Pill manosphere podcaster, I'd probably say something like, these modern men are defeminizing women. They expect to get hot women out of their league, go 50-50 with them, and then expect to get 3 wives when they can't even pay for the meal of 1. What?
It's true, though. It's true. I know she's doing a bit, but she's not wrong.
Makes you, a balding, broke, fat loser, think that they deserve that? You think that you deserve 3 hot women when you can't even afford to pay for dinner? These modern men are absolutely delusional. Shrinkle, shrinkle. A lot of you really...
Oh God, Brittany is so, oh God, she's so, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna be honest, like, the more I watch her shit, the more I like her. I can't help it. The more I watch her videos, the more I like her. I cannot help it. I really cannot help it.
You need to wash your ass, which is why today's video is sponsored by Reed Street Soap. You deserve a soap that looks...
Okay, girl. You ain't getting paid off of me. The hell? Wait, I want to see what the soap looks like. Oh, that looks good. Oh. Okay.
is recognized as Father Red Pill like Patrice O'Neill, but in reality, it's not George's photos that people have on their walls and tables. Considering that George charges $1,000 to speak to him one-on-one, you would think that people dedicated shrines to this guy. I mean, he does act like a cult leader.
But I usually charge about $1,000 an hour for my one-on-one stuff. I'll just tell you that right now. If you say, hey, I want a one-on-one with you, Rollo, just understand it's going to be about $1,000 an hour because that's what my time is worth these days.
No, it's really not. You're not even worth $50. I wouldn't pay you at all. Like, who the fuck are you? You are literally self-proclaimed. Who the fuck are you? Like, what? Who is he?
And I'll be happy to analyze your situation and give you a more detailed thing. But
yeah, he's helping men, all right. He's helping them empty their wallets. Has anybody actually been desperate enough to spend $1,000 for an hour of his time? OnlyFans girls on Red Pill podcast get humbled for overvaluing themselves all the time for asking for guys that make six figures. George is way more delusional than those girls. For perspective, in America, an average therapist makes like $90 to $150 an hour. A really good one might make like $250. So you're telling me that George is worth 4 times more than a good therapist is. But you know what?
George is overrated, and he's overrated by himself, and the people who also overrate him, they're dumb too. But then again, we all know Myron is dumb.
But maybe I'm just not Red Pill aware enough.
If men are that desperate to empty their wallets, I can help too. Damn it, Amber Chick.
Because I'm Red Pill aware right now.
You would think with how much he charges, he wouldn't feel the need to lie for clicks. Like how he lied about Jordan Peterson's daughter, Michaela Peterson. Michaela confronts George on her podcast about how he read a Twitter thread about her with a list of rumors that he didn't bother to fact check before making judgments and statements about it on his stream.
Fun fact, in case you didn't know, this young lady right here, Andrew Tate dated her. That is Jordan Peterson's daughter. Andrew Tate dated her at one point. Oh, she's very pretty. She's very pretty. But she dated Andrew Tate at one point. Oh, yeah. Yep.
So in your video, you said, oh, she brought her dad to Russia, and then while he was in the hospital, went off and, partied with Andrew Tate, which wasn't right because that was 3 months earlier. I just wanted to clarify that.
Well, that's the information that I had available to me.
And he didn't say sorry to her. He was just kind of like, oh, well. And that lack of accountability shows up.
I know. She's so pretty. And yes, her eyebrows, like, okay, listen. One thing to any of the men in the chat, women will spot other women's eyebrows. Like, if they are on point, they are on point. And yes, her eyebrows are on point. And it makes me sick. She's so pretty. Very pretty girl. Very pretty girl.
I just wanted to clarify that.
Well, that's the information that I had available to me.
And he didn't say sorry to her. He was just kind of like, oh, well. And that lack of accountability shows up again when Michaela Peterson confronts him about him comparing her to Casey Anthony.
And so I stopped taking birth control just in case it was. But yeah, I did stop taking it, and that ended up resulting in Scarlett, who I'm thrilled to have, but it definitely put a bit of a kibosh on the direction I thought my life was going to take. However, it ended up not being a negative thing. It ended up being a positive thing, but it was scary.
Put a kibosh on my personal life. Sound like killed a party? Sure does to me.
I didn't like the comparison that you made.
What? Mouse, thank you for the 5 with the little hippos. Those are really cute. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Casey Anthony killed her kid. Yes. Yes. Natanya. Yes. Casey Anthony was convicted for killing her child. Yes. Like what? Nuke, stop being so damn thirsty in my chat. Stop being so damn thirsty in my chat, Nuke. I see you, Nuke. I see you, Nuke. She was found innocent. Didn't she go to jail? Oh, no, she was found innocent. You're right. Casey Anthony was the one that found innocent, and everybody was like, oh, holy hell. Okay, look. She was found innocent. But the court of public opinion, she was not found innocent. That whole trial was bullshit. I remember now. Yes. Yep. No, you're right, Victor. You're right. Yeah. Yes, I know, people. Hello. I said that 30 seconds ago. Y'all should have heard it before you typed it. So, yeah. Oh, God. You can tell I just woke up. I think everyone didn't let her forget on what she done. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Between me and Casey Anthony, who murdered her kid and then put her in the trunk so that she could go party. I thought that was not very nice.
And what's his justification of lying about her and misrepresenting her? Well, it gets clicks.
I'm not saying that that's what you wanted to do, okay? I'm just using Casey Anthony as one prime example of that. I use other examples as well.
Well, the thumbnail did have me, and I do thank you for picking a good picture of me, by the way, but it did have me and then killed a party next to that.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's the thumbnail? Oh, no. 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 That's the thumbnail? Bro. I'd be pissed too. I would be highly pissed. What?
Explain to you the dynamics of thumbnail creation, which you maybe already know. But when you put people's face on there, when you put people's recognizable faces on there, when you have to see the whites of their eyes, and you're not the first one I've ever done this with, by the way, that's simply how you get impressions on YouTube right now.
He has absolutely no shame and wussies out anytime he's confronted.
Again, I think a lot of people, when they watch that, they think that I was making a hit piece or an attack piece on you. So it's more of like an illustration rather than like, oh, I'm going to take you down. So,
bro, that thumbnail looks like you were doing a hit piece. Like, you put the word kill in the thumbnail, a big ass person or her, a big ass picture of her, and then a picture of her and Andrew Tate. That, okay, where are we at? 1647. All right, so let's go back to the thumbnail. Wait, can I get back to the thumbnail? They need to go back to the pull-up thing where you can just pull it up. Oh, there you go. Okay, hold on. Nope. All right, I can't get back to it because I don't know exactly where it's at.
I'm going to take you down. So when I say, the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe. Hoop earrings, duly noted. Thank you very much. So if I...
Okay, first of all, you didn't come up with the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe, okay? We came up with that as women. We came up with that a long ass time ago, and that was a way of us taking back the word hoe, okay? So when I wear my big hoops, when I clean up well for an event or something, depending on how hoish I feel that night, with my husband, of course, depending on how hoish I feel that night, the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe, okay? Yeah, we've been saying that. Exactly. You didn't say that shit, bro. Hell no. Hell no.
If I do hashtag hoop earrings, there you go.
He's a tough guy until a woman confronts him. That's not very high value alpha male of him.
But like before we jump in here, it's like my point is not like to destroy Lauren Southern, but it's just to sort of clear the air, and I try not to anyways make it a personal attack. But that doesn't mean that everybody in the chat isn't like, oh man, she looks like a 12-year-old boy.
Mr. I don't try to do personal attacks proceeds to tweet that
that's all he does is personal attacks, because that's all he has, because he has no substance. He has no substance at all. He has zero substance. He barely knows what the fuck he's talking about. He literally is the same exact person as the people that he hates. They're just on the opposite end of a political or a social spectrum. That's it. He acts just like them. There is no substance with him. He is just angry just to be angry. Because that is his shtick. No, that is true too, Skip. The bigger the hair, the closer to God. That is definitely a Southern thing too. Amber Chick said only on Sundays. True. The bigger the hair, the closer to God. I'm going to tell you right now. In the 90s, I would literally in the 90s just have my blow dryer and hairspray and just go blow the blow dryer, hit it with the hairspray. Hell yeah. Early 90s. Early 90s, late 80s.
Live streamer Destiny and Lauren have a love child. What is the evidence based on? Well, George did a live stream where he reads the email of Lauren Southern's ex-husband. But take notice how George provides no evidence, especially on his claim about Lauren Southern being pregnant.
Destiny was her ticket to getting back in the YouTuber game. I had received information.
Okay, well, now that part I don't, I actually agree with him on. Destiny is definitely a gateway for people either returning or starting out. He is definitely the gateway. And a hoe. We all know Destiny is a hoe. Just saying.
That they were hanging out a lot when her U.S. travel ban was lifted. They started sleeping with each other as he is in some kind of relationship like that. Lauren then got pregnant, and it was a girl. They just started formalizing the relationship as, I guess, there's a kid involved.
He's clearly okay with doing personal attacks. He just doesn't want to take the responsibility for it.
No, he likes to throw his hands. He likes to throw stones and hide his hands. That's exactly what he does. Medley, I know what he means, and I mean, we all know Destiny and Lauren Southern did do a little thing. But Destiny's platform is also a gateway for people to come into, like, people knowing who they are. So no, Victor, it's not. Yes, he is, LaSoul. Yes, he is.
There's your third party. I'm the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I just work here, man.
And this is the same guy that gets uppity about holding modern women accountable.
When you're making an example of people, or when you are holding women accountable, or you're having a debate with somebody.
But when it's time for him to be held accountable, he just does the cop out. Well, I just work here.
I don't know. I just work here, man. I'm just reporting the news. I report, you decide.
His hands are clean. Meanwhile, he's getting giddy like a teenage girl about to gossip at the lunch table.
Yeah.
That's because he's a bitch. Suicidal Slaw, thank you for being a member for 3 months. I appreciate it, sir.
Yeah, what's the point in being all discreet? Well, we're not. We're gonna end that streak right now. Okay, you guys ready for your bombshell? Here's your bombshell.
Speaking of personal attacks, there was a debate between the live streamers Destiny, who we mentioned earlier, Sneeko versus George, and George could not define what a high-value man was, despite his entire Red Pill brand being centered around it. It all revolves around this tweet that George made that lists the steps on how to become a high-value male, one of which includes getting a vasectomy, which is why Destiny responds to Rollo saying that with this.
What if your definition of a high-value man is being getting into a trade and having 5 kids by the time you're 22? The tweet was, you've got some conception of a high-value man. Here are 8 points that you think you need to do to get to it. And now you're getting blown the fuck up on the vasectomy thing, which you probably realize is fucking retarded. But you're too old and stubborn to walk back from it. That's the point of this conversation.
Yes, 100%. And that debate was so lovely. Oh my God. That debate it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Because Rollo looked like a dumb fuck. He really did.
I'm not too stubborn.
When asked what he defines as a high-value male, he proceeds to dodge the question.
So what is that? Telling like stories from Vietnam. Like, just say, what is a high-value man? It's the first part of the tweet. What does that mean?
You tell me what a high-value man is. Because here's the thing: it doesn't matter.
He's so full of shit. Times he avoided the question counter. Oh, this is amazing.
What I'm going to say is a high-value man. You guys are fucking
because it's your tweet.
It doesn't matter what I say is a high-value man.
You gave a list of 8 things. Do these 8 things to become a high-value man. Do 1 through 8 to become A. And you're not defining what A is.
The fastest way to becoming a high-value man is these things.
What is that? What is a high-value man?
We can't have an argument if I don't even know what your definition
point is. The very fact that you're even asking this in the first place is the actual point of a fucking tweet, okay?
When you ask him to defend his position on a basic level, he has no argument, and instead he gets emotional and launches insults and basically has a melty.
He was shaking so bad during that debate. It was crazy. It was he's full of shit like a baby. 100%. 100%.
Because the point of it was to get douche nozzles like yourself to have this conversation in the first place.
How old are you, bro? Douche nozzles?
You guys are idiots.
I thought he wasn't like those other red pill guys.
And that sensationalism, that sells. You know what doesn't sell? When you're trying to intellectually break it down. I just want somebody to go, yeah, get her, Kevin Samuels. Tell her she's average at best. That's all sizzle. That's no steak. That's no substance. If I'm going to break it down, it's not just red meat. It's also the meat, right? It's sizzle and steak rather than just selling the sizzle.
Those other red pill guys sell sizzle. I sell steak.
But it did have me and then kill to party.
Well, let me...
There's that thumbnail again. That is a hit piece thumbnail. I don't care what anybody says. Did D-Max do the soundboard on that clip? What are you talking about, Medley? You talking about when the Fresh and Fit was up there? They have their own soundboard. They have a guy who does their soundboard. Yes, he very much is a baby. Very much.
Surely his moral superiority is the reason for his lack of success that he loves to complain about.
That's out of my 4th book, which nobody seems to want to read.
I've been doing this for 20 freaking years.
And just like those other red pill guys, he also likes to promote non-committal relationships as well as hookup culture.
And you better take care of your kids, Buster, because that's what a real man does. You better look like this guy on the right side right there. That's your responsibility. That's why men exist. This is your purpose for being, right? You know, it's fun.
But it's funny. It's funny. They say this is what a man's supposed to be, and a man isn't supposed to be this. However, a woman is supposed to be this. A woman is supposed to be this. Oh, yeah, on the Destiny clip came from Fresh and Fit, and Fresh and Fit has someone who runs a soundboard, who does all that.
Funny, I can make the case for both of these. Your purpose for being is to have a commitment to yourself like Dan Bilzerian, to be the best version of yourself for yourself versus the best version of yourself to save the West, to please God, to please your wife, because if mama ain't happy, God ain't happy.
Just do what feels good, queen. Don't let no man tell you.
Exactly. Yes. I see where she's going with this. I see exactly where she's going with this.
Casual sex, feminism has influenced that in some way.
Sleep with who you want. They can't salute shame you, queen. That's a lot of male empowerment.
And the pregnancy test, you could say, oh, this is a flex. No, that's her insurance policy, because that's insurance to keep you around. And if you believe it, that's even that much better. If you gaslit yourself into thinking that that's a flex.
You know.
Yeah, his name is Big Mo, which, well, I'm not going to fat shame anybody, and lame. Yeah, he is kind of, yeah, you're not wrong. The Gray Pill Podcast. Did you just follow me on Twitter? I want to say you just followed me because for some reason I've heard of that name. Either you've been in here before or you followed me on Twitter. Okay, boom. That's why. Because I was like, the Gray Pill Podcast. Like, what? The Gray Pill? I kind of like that. Yeah, he is an idiot, Amber Chick.
Now, after hearing him call children just an insurance policy to hold men hostage, you really wouldn't think that he's been married for 26 years with a daughter. As a father with a daughter, it's really surprising how much he encourages men to rack up women's body counts, considering that this could be his daughter that some guy does this to.
I'm telling you now, I bet you when he's home, he is kissing his wife's ass, and he has probably spoiled the hell out of his daughter. I bet you. All this shit is just for the internet. I bet you this shit is just for the internet.
If you sleep with guys on the first night, well, now you're racking up your body count and you're not worth marrying.
From a statistical standpoint right now, when women get to be, past 31 or 32 years old, and they're looking for and complaining about why they can't find the right guy or the nice guy, that is the guy that is the quote-unquote boyfriend material. That's the guy that they wanted to settle down with. That's not the guy that they wanted to have, hot fun sex with when they were in their crazy college years, and now they're ready to get serious.
But if you don't sleep with that high-value alpha male on the first night, well, now you lost them, and it's your fault.
Clearly he makes a lot.
Yeah, so you're not supposed to... Okay, so women, you're not supposed to have sex early on in the relationship because you need to be pure when you get married. But yet, when an alpha male approaches you, if you don't have sex with him on the first night, well, you're going to lose him. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? They literally contradict themselves all the fucking time. all the time. It's crazy.
A lot of money. Clearly he's jacked. Clearly he's an ideal guy that I would really like to get with. He's not going to say, okay, well, if you don't have sex with me, that conversation doesn't happen. He just doesn't talk to you anymore. You're pushed out and another girl comes in.
Does he tell his daughter to sleep with men as soon as she meets them and then blame her for it too? George is encouraging a no-win scenario where you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Men being responsible for their families, yes. Responsibility is very important for men.
He preaches about responsibility for men being good, but as soon as push comes to shove, that sentiment is nowhere to be found.
When you're talking about a society that prioritizes the sexual strategies of women above that of men, is it men's responsibility for that? Or should those guys say, no, I'm not gonna settle down with you. I don't have any obligation to marry you. I don't have any obligation to give you any kind of commitment because your sexual strategy from the time you were, say, 18 till about 28 years old had nothing to do with planning for the long term.
Aren't you making men weaker by babying them and taking all of their responsibility away? In case you're wondering what George's response to that sentiment is, basically he never addresses the counter arguments that Lauren made in that debate and instead goes on a long-winded spiel like it's your grandfather telling an old story about women and hypergamy.
That's oh god, I hate the red pill and manosphere so much. They make me want to bang my head against the desk. They really do. Alpha male and sigma male stuff and this red pill stuff is astrology for men. Oh my god, ninja style. You are so correct. I never looked at it like that. You're so correct. That's 100% true. Absolutely. That's 100% true. It really is. It's like astrology for men. Yeah.
There are two people that are having sex and they are both responsible.
So what they're doing is they're looking for a guy who is at their level or above their level.
He does not address the arguments because he doesn't know how to.
Amber chick with the, I bet his hairline is halfway down his back. Take that hat off so we can talk, sir.
He just knows how to respond with his pre-written NPC lines that he regurgitates over and over.
When you talk about hypergamy, it's alpha seed and beta need. It's not that every woman will, it's that any woman can.
I literally feel like he's an NPC in a video game and I'm clicking A as he does his lines. Alpha seed, beta need, beta bucks, alpha fuck. It's not that a woman will, it's that a woman can. His hypergamy spiel about 80% of women only being intimate with 20% of men. It really reminds me of feminists saying that the body standards are too high.
It's what we call the 80-20 rule, okay? 80% of guys, and I can show you this statistically through, there's a great book called Dataclysm. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but statistically speaking, women do not want to have anything. They find 80%, sometimes 85% of men unattractive.
Speaking of what?
Oh my god, okay, bro, no, bullshit, bullshit, and I'm gonna tell you why bullshit. You can see, like, by standards, he would be an ugly-ass neckbeard dude, right? Sniper Wolf's boyfriend. When you look at Sniper Wolf's boyfriend, you don't think that Sniper Wolf would be with her boyfriend. How many times do you see a guy by societal standards ugly and his girlfriend is just beautiful? That's bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. What's sad is they always talking about data and never show it, and the data they have is a 0.0001%. Yeah. Cough, Jay-Z, cough. Jay-Z now is Jay-Z back then wasn't bad looking, I don't think.
Like a woke feminist, George misled people on that data about women only doing 20% of men. This study isn't even online anymore. It was deleted and it's like 15 years old. The study is so old that we didn't even have filters back then like that, and dating apps weren't really that common. The conclusion he drew from this irrelevant data of women only swiping on omega alphas is really misleading.
Women who were like rated a 5 out of 10 were far more likely to message another 5 out of 10 than a man who was a 5 out of 10 was to message a 5 out of 10. So when it came to actual contact, which I think is the important aspect, the majority of men were more likely to actually message and engage with the 1% of women. Whereas women may have rated men lower, but they were more likely to engage with the men that were in the lower categories.
That debate was from around 2 years ago, and he still uses that statistic.
Getting back to the 80%ers and the 20%ers, the majority of the greatest inventions and innovations, they were created by the guys who are in the 80% trying to find a way out.
And he does it in a way to...
Oh, God, he's so sick. Hold on, I gotta fix my hair. This is driving me nuts. Ooh.
to demonize women.
Woman's sexual strategy so that she's looking for the guy who has that provision capability, but he also still has to be hot, and he also still has to be virile. He also has to have good testosterone levels, and he's got to be taller, and he's got to have the six-pack abs.
As if men wouldn't also be intimate with hotter women if they could over an average one. If
Yeah,
there's one thing that I agree with George on,
What?
it's that furthering the divide between men and women is not conducive for a healthy, functioning society.
Women need a man like a fish needs a bicycle, right? We've been hearing that since the 70s. And for guys on the opposite side, it's the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Right.
Well, that's not how you form a cohesive society. That's not how you form families.
And George's ideology.
Yeah, but aren't you preaching that to these guys that they don't need the women? They only need women for sex. That's it. They only need women for sex. That's it. Aren't you preaching that? Gray Pill says, I remember this debate. He's never debated a woman again after this. He lost so badly. I know that's right.
Is not conducive for that healthy society. It encourages people to do hookup culture, which is the opposite of forming families. And it encourages being helpless and blaming the other gender. The red pill ideology in general is very dehumanizing. It doesn't cultivate a healthy outlook on dating. It's very much like a cult. You have the old guy figurehead selling himself as a high value male for his followers to worship him. In cults, they
Look, he looks like a White Walker. See, I said it right this time. Look, he looks like a White Walker. Does he? Tell me he does not look like a White Walker. Look at him. Look at him. Stare deeply into those dead, cold, icy eyes. He looks like a White Walker. Can't you see him on top of the fucking horse with his ice spear? Look at him. Just look. Think of that big army of the White Walkers. And you had that general where the White Walkers were walking past him and he's sitting on that dead horse. I can see him holding an ice spear. And going, for everybody to move on.
had selling himself as a high-value male for his followers to worship him. In cults, they have in-group terminology, kind of like how the manosphere does. And in cults, they'll have you sacrifice your life savings if that's what it takes to contribute. This reminds me of Jack Murphy's program, the Liminal Order, Andrew Tate's pyramid scheme.
I was about to say, it reminds me of Andrew Tate's shit. Hustlers University.
If you question them or their ideology, they label you as a traitor or a feminist and revoke your membership.
The new sort of...
Look, he dyes his hair now. Look at his hair there versus... Hold on.
Program, the Liminal Order, Andrew Tate's pyramid scheme to kind of high value look on the red, which is
not how you hearing that since the 70s.
That and the high cults they have injured himself as a high value look on dating. It's very much like a cult. You have the old.
Okay, so look at his hair there. And look at his hair there. He's dyeing his hair. He's dyeing his hair. I'm not talking about the leader, Zenith. I was talking about the general.
And duly noted, your names are now in the book. We know who's for real and who's about this and who's not right now. So when all this is over, when the election cycle is done, and you want to come back to the manosphere,
and skepticism is not allowed. Are you a male feminist or something?
You're basically a male feminist right now, guys. You're a disgrace to the manosphere. Give me their badge. Turn to your man.
They isolate you and get mad if you have a spouse because you're betraying the cause and siding with women.
If I go and I say, hey, I've been married for 25 years, people go, well, don't listen to anything he has to say. He can't possibly be red pill. He's been married for 25 years.
The red pill manosphere ideology is sold as being the solution for men's problems.
For every guy that's out there that seems like really messed up and really like hates women, and I understand why that is, because a lot of guys right now see the manosphere or see the red pill as sort of their validation for why their lives are so fucked up.
And they give you a rebirth, so to speak, in cults, just like George here is saying that he is saving lives.
You know, I'm glad that she's bringing up the cult thing, because that's exactly what it kind of feels like. Like, when I go and watch, like, Manosphere and Red Pill, like, podcasts or live streams and shit, it really does feel like a cult. And when you watch, when you sit there and watch that shit and you watch the chat, because I like to watch the live streams, I like to see what people are saying in the chat. It's very much like a cult. Very much like a cult. It gets kind of scary in there sometimes. Like, I'll see some of those chats and I'm like, ooh. This isn't a good place at all. This is not good.
Literally come out to conventions and talks that I've given just so that they could tell me that, they had a plan to kill themselves. They'd actually set a date to kill themselves and then canceled that date because they read my first book and they go, it all became very clear. Now I understand what's going on. And now I realize that I have accurate information and I can sort of rebuild my life according to that accurate information right now.
Word salad. He's just talking word salad. He doesn't even know what the fuck he's saying. He just talks word salad. Oh my God.
Sometimes even on YouTube or Twitter. Ludwig, you saved my life. No, I didn't save your life. What do you mean I saved your life? I've been playing Pokemon and Among Us and Minecraft. All I did was play games, and you used me as a distraction to maybe get through a bad period or whatever it was. But you did it. You used me. You could have used anything. So stop giving me the credit that you deserve for doing all the work.
Yes, Ludwig. Yes. I can tell you now, I feel the same way. I've had people tell me things like that, and it's kind of uncomfortable. It really is uncomfortable when people tell you that. Yes, uncommon W, because we are currently at war with Ludwig, because I'll be damned if he goes after my boy Willie Mack, okay? We may have to take Ludwig down, but right now we're going to give him the W. We are going to give him the W, but we are at war with Ludwig. He better stop fucking with my boy Willie, okay? Just saying. No, but it really, bro, it really is uncomfortable. Some of the stuff that gets said to me in comments or on Twitter or whatever, it gets very uncomfortable. Yeah.
I don't know you. How can I save you? Come on, think about it.
Joining this cult is like entering the crab bucket. You try to crawl out and they drag you right back.
I will bring out the trebuchet when the time's right. Damn right, Nuke. Get it ready. Get it ready. Honestly, okay. A sidebar. We're going to go on a sidebar real quick. I'm going to be honest with you. I actually believe Ludwig likes Willie. Because when he talked about Willie in that clip that you saw on Twitter, he kind of had a smile on his face and he kind of chuckled for a moment. I think he actually likes Willie. I just think he's fucking with Willie. And Willie takes it. Willie takes it and gets his ass back sometimes, you know? I feel like Willie and Ludwig could actually become friends. I really do. I feel like they could become friends. It's funny.
Back down to their levels so that you can suffer together. Just as the red pill dehumanizes women and paints them as evil, women in response will see that and assume that all guys are like these guys in the red pill manosphere. The red pill is encouraging not only for men to hate women, but also for women to hate men.
I've said this before, it's like the red pill doesn't exist so that men will hate women. It exists so men won't hate women for what they can never be to them.
Wait, what? What?
Sometimes that's hard. Sometimes there's resentment.
Women to hate men.
I've said this before, it's like the red pill doesn't...
Not will see that and assume that all guys are like these guys in the red pill manosphere. The red pill is encouraging not only for men to hate women, but also for women to hate men.
I've said this before, it's like the red pill doesn't exist so that men will hate women. It exists so men won't hate women for what they can never be to them. Sometimes...
Bro. If that isn't a damn lie. If that... Bro. They sound like the schoolyard bullies you had in 5th grade. What do you mean it's not me? Have y'all seen your chats? Have you seen your chats? You are literally breeding men to hate. You're not breeding. Oh my God, wrong word. You are literally encouraging men to hate women by the way you talk about them, talk to them in the form of like Fresh and Fit. The way you communicate with women, you are literally encouraging them to treat women like shit. Like, what? Holy shit, bro. That's a flat out fucking lie.
Sometimes that's hard. Sometimes there's resentment.
As much as George says that the red pill does not make men hate women, it has done a...
That's a fucking lie. Oh my God. That is so much. Oh my God. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Fantastic job at wedging the divide between them and turning men into the feminists that they hate. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe.
Yes, like, subscribe. Brittany Venti is out here doing the Lord's work. She is out here doing the Lord's work. I used to not like her content, but the shit she's doing here, I'm loving it. I'm loving her content, dude. I really am. Okay. Okay, look. Y'all want to see something? Y'all want to see what some merch may look like? Speaking of Hustlers University, you know how we have here at Xylie Gets Real, we have Hussies University, right? And just to let you know, the offer is $129, one down payment. You get a free jar of Amber Chicks pee with that buying, and then after that is, oh god, was it $29.99 a month or $19.99 a month? Okay. So, again, $129 down payment. You get a free promotional jar of the Amber Chicks pee. Okay? And then after that, I believe it's $9.99 a month. Okay? And then you will be able to get some merch that says Hussies University. Look at that. That's going to be part of the first merch drop that we do. We're doing it, guys. We're going to come up. We're doing the merch. I know this is Jaded. Jaded made this. And she is, this is what she's been working on. So you too can be part of Hussies University. Okay, guys? This one's my favorite. Look, it has a little cat and it has a game controller. It's like so me. I love this. But didn't she do good with that? She did amazing with that. And then I came up with last night, because I'm trying not to get Jada to do everything. Hold on. I don't want her to have to do everything. I came up with this one, if you don't want to be a hussy, and I came up with that one. And I might change the colors around or make different color options. And I might do like a different color back here on the background. But, so what we're looking at is we're looking at Hussies University dropping. I like all three of these designs, so I'll just put up all three of these designs. Period, point blank, period, because I say that a lot. And then just saying. So, what did Kill Simpson? I don't traffic men, I merely encourage them to work. Yes! Exactly! So, if you don't have the $129.99 to drop, and you don't want that free promotional jar of the Amber Chicks pee, okay, which she worked really hard. I made her drink a lot of water to produce that pee. We literally have cups and cups and cups and cups of her pee waiting to divvy out to everybody as a free promotion. Okay. After that, you have to, after that one promotional cup of pee, though, you have to buy the rest of them. All right. And then the $9.99 a month. If you don't want to do all that, you'll be able to buy the merch. Yeah, it's a promotional thing, Brown. So, yep, that's what we're coming up with. I wanted to show y'all that. Jaded showed me last night. The actual live stream is actually in members only. If you become a member, you can watch it. We do a lot of late night streams that end up becoming members only. But Jaded showed me these last night, and I had a fit because I love them so much. What's his name? Leon was talking about buying a sweatshirt with this one. He likes this one. So. Amber Chick's like, I worked real hard on this drop. when you graduate from being a hussy, you become a hoe. What? Do you know what a hussy is, Kill Sims? A hussy is an old school word for like a hoe. Honestly, I don't know, Keanu. I won't know until I haven't set up the shop yet. So I don't know how to answer your question right now, Keanu. I'm going to be honest. I will have that answer when I actually set up the shop. I want, when Jada gives me the okay on these designs when she's done with them, then I will, I'll have the shop. And actually, because I hit 7K subscribers, y'all will be able to see it. You know how, like, you go on, like, Destiny's YouTube or somebody's YouTube that has their merch at the bottom? I'll be able to have it at the bottom where you'll be able to see it under, like, the video or whatever. So. But, yep. So, those are going to be the first 3 things that come out. Just a FYI. Thank you, Great Pill. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But no, that was a good video by Brittany Venti. She did a really, really good job. She is taking down these idiots one by one, and I am absolutely fucking loving it. So, thank you, Nightmare. Kill Sims. Do I know what a hussy is? I've been called one a few times. No evidence, only allegations. I know that's right. I need a Hussies University sticker for my laptop. That way, when they finally fire me at work, they see that and all my hacker stuff and wonder what I actually working on. No, I haven't seen that yet. We're gonna, I'll probably end up watching that later on. Leon told me it was really, really good. So, anything else before we get out of here? I may end up doing a late night stream at midnight, more than likely, because Leon can never sleep and I can never sleep, and he'll end up in my DMs going, "Hey, Xylie, I know you're awake. Let's go live." Yeah, I heard Rollo is. I heard Rollo got trolled really hard. I heard Rollo got trolled really, really hard on that. I can't wait to watch it, to be honest. Yeah, Chelsea, I really like Leon. Leon, like, I can understand where he can maybe be a bit much for people sometimes, but then again, so can I. Leon and I both have very strong personalities. So I think within that, that's why we understand each other. You know what I mean? Like, he can come off really gruff and kind of irritate me, and I can come off really gruff and kind of irritate him a little bit sometimes. But we know that's just the way we are. And I think that's why we get along so well. Because I used to not get along as well as I do now with Leon before. I had to learn how to understand Leon. And now that I feel like I understand Leon, we get along so much better now. Leon is a little rascal. Oh, yeah, Chelsea, I get you. Like, keep up the good fight against those toxic influencers. Yes, Grey Pill! And thank you for being here, Grey Pill. I appreciate you. And Midna, I hope your numb face, I hope you get feeling in your face soon. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go. You know what? Actually, we're going to. Okay, guys. I need y'all I need y'all to do me a favor. All right? Hold on. Let me. Okay, hold on. Wait. Don't leave. Do not leave. You cannot leave. Okay? Okay, hold on. Okay, so we're going to go into K-Huck stream. All right, even if you don't stay, you better go in there and say Xylie Raid. Okay? No. Better yet, do not put Xylie Raid. Put Hussy Raid. Hussy. Hussy Raid. Okay? Hold on, let me save it. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and like put in the outro. But I'm not going to play the song. I'm just going to have the outro there just to be there. And then I'm going to end the stream and it's going to redirect you to K-Huck. Raid her. Do not leave. Y'all better raid. Yes, Hussy Raid. Okay? Raid her. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Peace the fuck out. Bye.